Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, thank you all for showing up tonight. This is the last one for us for a little bit. So hope you all get a chance to have some vacation this summer. Can we have a motion to approve the agenda, please?
I move to approve the agenda.
All righty. Candace, have a second?
A second.
Okay, we've got moved and seconded. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, that passes. Thank you very much. Consent agenda. Can we have a motion for that, please?
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
All right, it's moved and seconded. Again, all those in favor, please raise your hand. All righty, thank you very much. Okay, moving right along. Unfinished business. Action, adopt GBL personal records and IGBAH-AR special education evaluation and eligibility procedures. Can we have a motion for that, please?
I move to adopt the GBL D1 and IGBAHR D1.
All righty, moved, seconded, please. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Candace, before we vote, is there anything that we need to hear about that, or are these just standard, these just all been adjusted as per state rules and stuff?
Correct. The personal records policy is updated to include some clarifying language, but doesn't change the gist of the policy. And let me open the second one. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
And the special education evaluation eligibility is adjusted to fit the current state regulations.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, any questions or comments? If not, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, great, thank you. That's done. Okay, moving right along, new business. Approval resolution 2021-5. And what we need on that is one motion, and that'll approve all three: the resolution for adopting the 2021-22 budget, resolution to appropriate funds, and then the resolution imposing and categorizing funds. Could I have a motion for that, please?
I move to approve resolution 2021-05. Is that what you told me to?
Yeah, that'll do it. Do I have a second, please?
I
I'll
second it.
second.
Okay, we've got a second. Any questions or comments about that? We were all there, so if anything jumps out. Okay, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, we passed it. Thank you very much. Okay, approved superintendent contract. And I think this is just adding another year to the current one. Is that right, Mike? Just making it 3 years?
Right, it just adds the third year to the 3-year rolling contract.
Man, with what you've been through this year, it seems like it makes it 10. It's been a long year. Okay, could I have a motion, please?
I move to approve the superintendent's contract.
All righty, it's been moved. Do I have a second, please? Okay, Mark. Okay, it's moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, great. Thank you. We're unanimous. Okay, super. Next one is approve to post policies. What is that? IIBGA and IIBGA-AR electronic communication system. Could I have a motion for that one, please?
I move to post policy the IIBGA and IIBGA-AR.
All righty, grab a second.
I second.
All right, we've got a second. Okay, Candace, is there anything about those that jumps out at you, or those, again, that's just getting it up to the new rules?
Correct. It's updating our policy, but based on OSBA's recommendations. This is just the posting, so I encourage everyone to go out there and review it. And if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to Mark, Ashley, or myself, and we'll be reviewing it again. So we'd be happy to talk about it, and then we'll vote on it next school board meeting, which is what, in September? August.
Yeah, August, yeah. All righty. Any questions or comments? If not, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, we passed that. Thank you very much. Okay, moving right along. Discussion health curriculum at the high school. Mike, did you want to make some comments about that?
Yeah, I did. You all have seen the two documents that are in the board book there. I have a little overview for you, and then we'll go from there. So just some background on the instructional materials process, and it's a summary of it, really. Oregon's review of instructional materials adheres to an adoption schedule of core content areas adopted by the State Board of Education. Annually, the Oregon Department of Education announces the content area up for adoption, convenes evaluation committees, and conducts the review process to select materials which will be added to the adopted list. That would be the State Department adopted list. The adopted list of approved instructional materials allows school districts to select materials without an additional review process, saving them time and money on this effort. Instructional materials must be purchased and implemented in classrooms on the schedule set by the Oregon State Board of Education for a district to be compliant with Division 22 requirements around instructional materials. The materials on ODE's adoption list have been comprehensively vetted and are approved for use by the State Board of Education. If materials are selected and purchased from the ODE approved list, a district does not need to perform an independent adoption. Alternatively, should a district choose to purchase materials that are not on the ODE approved list, the district must perform an independent adoption as outlined in the ORS, or the OAR, Oregon Administrative Rules. Independent adoptions must use the most current version of the State Board of Education approved adoption criteria. Adoption criteria are updated each time that ODE performs a review, and districts must demonstrate that the materials implemented in classrooms meet the most current version of the adoption criteria for each content area. As stated in ORS 337-120 and OAR 581-022-2360, a district school board may also postpone adoption for up to 2 years, but must implement updated materials or perform an independent adoption within the 2-year postponement window. The health curriculum in the adoption cycle for it occurred in 2018. The 2-year postponement period ended in 2020, the fall of 2020. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic that led to the shutdown in March 2019, the process of reviewing health curriculum materials was paused until winter 2020 and has since been completed. The review process here in district has since been completed. At this point, our teachers need curriculum materials that align to the state standards and be in compliance with the State of Oregon Division 22 standards. The high school committee researched all state reviewed health curricula and selected Health Smart, which is approved by the State Board of Education and is on the ODE adopted curriculum materials list. Therefore, this curriculum has been vetted and meets all state and federal requirements and does not require a district adoption process or further review for implementation. However, we are presenting the materials to you so you are knowledgeable of what we are teaching and that we will be in compliance at the high school level with the Division 22 standards this year. Okay. So you've read the documents there. You read the document from the principal at the high school and their review process. So they've been in compliance and they followed all the procedures to arrive at this decision. And this curriculum had also been adopted in 2008 for the middle school level. Health Smart was adopted and implemented at Creswell Middle School. It was reviewed in 2015 and has continued at that school since. So we're working on our K-12 alignment with curriculum, and health curriculum is the most immediate that we need to get in to be in compliance with Division 22.
Okay.
Okay?
Any questions?
I have two
Candace?
questions. I always have a question. First, I was reading the overview of the selection process, and I didn't know what the curriculum would be. What is the advisor intervention period? I didn't know what that was.
Oh, that's at the high school in the new schedule.
Yeah.
I'll let Jenny speak to that. Jenny, you want to explain the advisor period?
Sure. Yeah. So in our new 4x4 schedule on Wednesdays, we have built in time where students sort of meet in a homeroom space, and they have it'll be 70 minutes in there where we're going to use it to do assemblies. They might use it to get intervention time. We'll use it to do push-in curriculum like this, where we need to get things out to the whole school. So every Wednesday, we will have that with students.
Okay. Thank you very much. And
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand the breakdown of the cost at the bottom. And I was just wondering, complete curriculum for 30 compared to digital curriculum for 30. Is it all of those or is it pieces of those?
It's just different types of those. So you can get the complete set for $9.99 or $999, and that would be like hard copy materials, and then, or you can do the digital subscription for 30 students, or you can just do the complete curriculum and the digital, or just do print textbooks for students, and or just do the digital textbook. So the complete curriculum would be like giving teachers access to everything as well, the online pieces of it. And then the print textbooks or the digital textbooks is just the textbooks itself for the kids.
Okay.
So the difference in the complete, which is the recommendation that I would say to go, so teachers have access to all of the digital supports within that curriculum, is the difference between the book or the digital subscription, which is nothing. I mean, there's no difference in price. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good questions.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, if not, thanks, Mike. Moving right along, trustee reports. Candace, what have you been up to?
So between last meeting and this meeting, we finished softball season, and I haven't been able to go to any basketball games, but I've been watching them online as much as possible. I had the opportunity to read a variety of scholarship applications for our high school students, and we provided $4,000 worth of scholarships to our seniors through CEF this year, which was wonderful, and we're very thankful to all the people that support CEF to help us do that. If in the next year you hear students talking about CTE, trade schools, or other types of ways to become certified, we would love to provide more scholarships to CTE students. We have the money and we're interested in doing it. We just don't get a lot of applications for it. So if you hear from kids, please encourage them to fill that out. So that is what I've been doing.
Oh, super. Okay. All right, Ashley?
Well, the policy committee met and reviewed several policies late in May. I also got to attend my favorite event at Creswell, and that was the Wax Museum. Love that we still do that. It's so fun. And then I also attended the budget committee for the 2021 budget.
Super. Deb, I'm almost afraid to ask you.
I did stuff. It was just in Hawaii while I was doing it. No.
Oh, okay.
I did attend the budget committee meeting from Maui, but also I have been able to watch 2 different wrestling meets online. And then also I've been trying to keep up with the girls basketball as well. I even was able to watch the senior awards online. So I was able to do that. And then I also reviewed scholarship applications for our booster scholarships. So that's pretty much all I did.
Oh, super, super. Thank you for calling in from Hawaii.
Yeah. It was difficult, but I got it figured out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that. Mark, what have you been up to?
Hey, so along with Ashley, did a couple of budget meetings and some policy meetings. I had the pleasure / honor of attending the Living Museum at Crest Lane. That was really cool. Those kids really did an awesome job. And an added bonus to that was I got to watch part of a baseball game that was going on. It was nice to see kids out playing baseball again. That was awesome. And then my wife and I participated in the Flags In ceremony at the Creswell Cemetery before Memorial Day. And then we were part of the VFW memorial service downtown. And then we participated in the Flags Out ceremony at the Creswell Cemetery the Wednesday after Memorial Day. Mm-hmm. And how many people knew that there was a Civil War vet?
We lost you. What? A Civil War what?
A Civil War veteran is buried in the Creswell Cemetery from the 39th Illinois Infantry.
Oh, for crying out loud. No clue.
I know.
I'll be darned.
Yep, he's there.
I'll be darned.
Anyway, that's what I did.
Oh, thank you. I, of course, was at the budget meeting, and then I went to a Lane ESD meeting. And what was cool about that, there was actual people. They had a live meeting. It's the first one I've been to in a long time. And it was neat. I can't wait till we get back to that. Hopefully in August when we all get together, we'll be able to do that again. But that's about all I did. Okay, moving along, business manager report. Guys have any questions? No questions. Okay, moving along. Technology. Any questions there for Joel? You're going to have a busy summer, Joel? Did we lose him?
Yes, yeah. I believe I will be if I can find my unmute button. No, yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty busy summer, but it's it's been a busy year too. So summertime becomes where we sort of have our goals and weekly and monthly, and we meet them, and all of a sudden September rolls around and we start all over again. So yeah.
Okay. Any questions for Joel? Mark, go ahead.
Of course. So no offense, Joel, but I've never noticed that you couldn't find your unmute button. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, how's the what's the status of the ventilation upgrades that we got the extra federal dollar to do ventilation upgrades for COVID? What's that? How's that going?
So yeah, we most of those dollars went towards upgrading our filters to a higher capacity and ability to do more filtering, if you will.
Right.
There are some updates that we did to a few of the key equipment, basic like circulations, air filtering equipment had to be, we were scheduled to, they were needing to be replaced, and the money kind of helped us with there. That wasn't a lot of money there. That was just a little bit. Most of it went towards the filtering, but I might actually have more of that happen over the summer because we have to, because of what we had to do, though that equipment got used much more heavier use and a lot more hours than normal because we were running them 24/7, which was part of the recommendations. And so
Right.
part of that maintenance this summer may identify some needs. So stay tuned.
And
Hopefully I answered your
also,
question.
I had no idea. Huh?
Hopefully
I
I
had
answered
no
your question.
idea that your dad. Okay. I had no idea until I read your report that your dad volunteered to mow all the grass for the school district. That's awesome. Tell him thank you for it.
He retired about 20 years ago, and about 5 years into retirement, I said, Dad, you got to get off your butt. Why don't you go help me mow? He did it ever since. And I mean, the guy was a farmer growing up, so he knew all about equipment. So no, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, if not any other questions, any questions for transportation? Okay, special services. Any questions there, comments?
Did you want Amy to kind of speak to some of the things she's been up to for a minute or so?
Yeah, is she there? I don't see her on my screen, but yeah, she's there. Amy, you out there?
I'm here. I'm happy to give a little update. In addition to the board report, just a lot of hiring. So we're trying to get our summer programming in place. You saw on there that we have finalized our kits and extended school year, which was extended school year was a big one. So that's exciting. And we're starting the training this week and next week before we get going on that piece. A lot of year-end pieces. So there's some reports, and then just wrapping up of all of our kind of the back end paperwork and IEPs and all that fun stuff. So, but it's going well. I feel like we have some good systems in place, and all the calibration work that we did, as I noted it in the last couple months with Teresa Collins, our contracted individual working through calibration, we've been starting to document that. And so making sure that we have it written down as we go into the next school year. So we're excited to move forward with that work too.
Oh, super. Well, thank you. Any questions for her? Any questions or comments? All righty. Well, thank you. Moving right along, admin. Amy, you're up. What's been going on?
What hasn't been going on is the question. I was just telling another admin on screen earlier today. I feel like I'm flying by the seat of my pants. There's so much going on, but it's all good stuff. We're wrapping up the year, and it's exciting to be planning for next fall in a more normal, typical year. So wrapping up putting some finishing touches on our summer programs plans, which has been fun to work with our teachers. So I'm excited for that opportunity. We have, I'm gonna actually look, because I just registered a few more kids. So we have now, I can't find it. Anyway, close to 90 kids who will be coming to Creswell for summer programs free this summer, which is great. And lots of hiring happening. We've had some folks retire, some folks decide to move on, and some other internal shifts. So there'll be some more postings coming up. And yeah.
How'd that 3 o'clock meeting go today about the parking lot?
Glad you asked. It went good. We had 5 folks show up, and mostly parents. A couple staff members came out to get in on the conversation. We just talked about we're looking for a more permanent solution to our bus zone and the safety accessibility for making that bus zone more ADA approved. And then in addition to that, really focusing on changing the flow of traffic so that it's a little bit smoother. The city manager, I believe is her title, right? Maddie, showed up. No, not city manager. What is she? Joel?
She's the city, she's the planning.
Okay.
The city planner, I
Thank
think.
you.
isn't
I'm like,
it?
I lose track. Anyway, she showed up, which was great. And we talked about some future work for some other infrastructure on A Street that we're going to hopefully partner on. But actually, you know, in the conversations with parents, a lot of parents had the same ideas that I did in terms of the reversal of one of the flow of our parking lot here. And, you know, the center areas was causing us the most problems. So it went good. It was positive.
Oh, super. Great. Any questions? Okay, if not, Julie, got a minute?
Yeah, of course. Creswell Middle School had our 5th grade transition day today, which was really awesome. I feel like the staff did an incredible job providing a fun-filled educational day for the Crest Lane kids. I appreciated that the 5th grade teachers came, because some years I guess that has not happened, and they were stellar, and the kids did amazing. We didn't have any issues. They learned about different things that we're offering next year for electives. They participated in some fun water balloon games for prizes. They also got to hear about our band and choir programs and try out instruments. So it was a really successful day. So that was exciting, and kudos to my staff. Everyone, it was all hands on deck. 7th and 8th grade teachers helped at doorways or escorting kids, and EAs and office staff helped in any way possible, making sure kids went through the correct doors and color pods and got their lunches. So it was really great. We are busily preparing for next week and our promotion ceremony. We actually have 2 promotion ceremonies happening. Monday evening, we're having a smaller promotion ceremony for our students who are in our life skills program, whose families just didn't feel like the big promotion would work well for their students or their families. So we're doing that inside of the cafeteria, where those kids, it will just be a few and we can socially distance, and those kids won't have to wear their masks because many of them can't. And so we can still celebrate them in front of their families, which is great. And then Tuesday, we'll have our big promotion with all of our 8th graders. That will be at 6 o'clock. And thank you for letting me know, those of you who will be there. I will, when you get there, just give you some minor directions of kind of where to be, and I'll cue you when it's time to come up and help with the promotion certificates. And then I've been meeting once a month, and lately it's like every week with pieces or people from the 8th grade parent committee to make sure we're ready for the promotion activity afterwards. We have destination events coming with some different blow up games. We have Kona Ice coming. We're showing a movie on a blow up inflatable screen. And so none of that would have been possible without those parent volunteers, and actually without local businesses and families who donated to our online auction. So we're excited about that. And then the last day of school, all the grade level teachers are planning games. We're going to do an awards assembly. We're having the Kona Ice truck come for 6th and 7th grade. So it will be fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, great. Thank you. Any questions? All righty, moving right along. Jenny, are you there?
I am here. Yeah, hopefully my internet connection is stable and I'm not stuttering for y'all. But so the high school, we've had a busy couple of weeks. I put all of the awards and the scholarships that we gave away at our senior award night, and so that was fun to actually get and students and to celebrate the successes of our seniors this year. Last night, we had our spring jam with 2 hours of awesome music, both instruments and vocal, and the kids did a fabulous job. Such a talented band group of kids, and was a great program. Of course, there's nothing else big going on this week, so I think we can just skip to next week. Nope, just kidding. The tent went up for graduation today. because the weather keeps doing this. So y'all will be dry. It turns out that the stage is too tall to be underneath the tent. When I practiced today, I was looking at the bar, and one of the custodians had to sit on the ground and look up in order to see me. So I figured that probably wasn't going to work well for Mr. Standridge or some of you taller board members. So the stage is not undercover, but we've got all kinds of plans for making sure that it goes off smoothly. Decorations and all that kind of fun stuff are happening tomorrow. I've got kids coming to make balloon strips and do fun things like that. So let's see here. Then we move on to next week, being the last week of school. We'll do our awards assembly via Zoom for the rest of the students, 9 through 11, since we still have students in CDL. We're going to present the awards that way on Monday during the day. So if you're interested, I can get that link to you. And we are also, in the process of hiring and have a couple new teachers that will be coming on board. And we have EAs in place. So just been busy doing that. I think one really exciting thing that we have in regards to summer school, we are also offering summer school and kids have the opportunity to earn credits for their classes. But additionally, with the help of Shirley and the principals here, we are going to be able to offer some employment opportunities for our students. So one of those is through Champions. Those kids have to be 16 and up, and Champions will hire them. So that is currently been posted for our students to apply for. But then the district will also be hiring high school students to help support the middle school and the elementary summer school program. So I think that's a great opportunity. So thanks, Mike and Chanel, for helping with the summer school and all the principals for getting that going. I think we have some exciting opportunities for our students. And yes, Candace, working on that CTE. So we'll be excited to get our pathway students back out in the public, right? It'll be nice to have them out having opportunities. So yeah, just deep breaths. Oh, softball. Played in a softball game today with the seniors. I might need some lessons. I did make it to first, and then I actually ran from first all the way to home, and then I tapped out. Did not really.
Jenny,
I mean, I did.
Jenny, I
walk
thought
back
you were
out.
just going to say I might need some ice. I feel like that is very
Well, that might be true. I definitely needed oxygen when I got back to the dugout. I'm like, this base running is for real. It's no joke. I was a shot put thrower, so.
I wanted to come coach the high school team against you guys, but I couldn't get away from work. That was my plan, but it didn't work out.
Oh man, we would have loved to have had you. Yeah, I just put myself right out there in right field, and then when you know it, they had at least 2 left-hand hitters, so they didn't make it that far. Brandon did poke one over the fence though, and he thought he was just going to get to walk back to the dugout, and that counted. But the kids made him run the bases too, so that made me happy.
Good.
Good for him. Any questions out there? I'd just like to say thank you for all you guys do. And I really hope you get a chance to get away this summer and relax a little bit somewhere whenever you have time. But get away and turn off your phones. But thanks again for everything. Any questions out there? If not, Mike, you're on.
Okay, well, lots of excitement in the spring and lots to look forward to in the summer. In my report, I mentioned there that we have our summer program coordinators, and that's Amy Aguero and each of the principals of the schools. So they are coordinating the setup for the summer school programs. And along with that, they're also going to be supervising during the summer. So they're going to have a rotation of supervision during the summer for the summer school programs, K-12. So we've got that organized, and then they mentioned hiring, but they have really been hiring a lot of folks for summer school. We got a lot going on there, and having those high school kids hired on is going to be really a cool deal, having them working side by side with our teachers and learning how instruction really happens. And but they also are going to be modeling what we're expecting of our older students and mentoring our younger kids. So that's going to be great. That's probably, I would say, the big nugget there in my report. All the other activities, I've been along with all of you in the budget meetings and policy meetings and things like that. And I really appreciate your time and your work on those committees. And everything that's happening here in this district really is to be commended. The people that are leading this work and the staff all throughout the district, phenomenal people. Never let go, never give up. They just keep moving forward and getting it done. I mean, what else could you ask?
No, it's super.
Mm-hmm. Any questions on any of my activities or the report or anything?
Any questions out there? Brandon's not on today, is he? Is he here?
He's
gonna have it-
at a basketball game in P Hill.
Oh, does he? Okay. I wanted to talk to him a little bit about how many of us could go to a basketball game, but I can catch him later. I think those rules have changed, haven't they, Mike? There's 4 allowed for home and
We're at 50% capacity now. So that
I
really,
think,
go ahead,
yeah,
Jenny.
I was just gonna, I think you just get a hold of him because we went to 50%. We're actually going to allow some away spectators as well as some students to come. So yeah, come see a basketball game. It was fun to watch the girls the other night, and there's a few more this week, tomorrow night actually, which is why we're still keeping graduation outside, so that because we just can't get the gym set up, plus we need the social distancing. But yeah, come see a game.
oh, super. All right. Any other questions or comments for the good of the order?
Mike, I forgot to mention that.
Sure.
I just wanted to, in case she's watching or anyone knows her or has had her, Suzanne Edwards is retiring this year. She has been an EA for 21 years in the Creswell School District. So I just want to say thank you publicly. And if you see her, thank her as well. We will be acknowledging her at the promotion ceremony.
Oh, super. Okay. Anything else? We will have the swearing in of officers, or the school board and the election of officers in the August meeting. And anything else anybody can think of that we need to talk about, just let us know, shoot us an email or give us a call. But thank you all for doing what you did. This has been one of those wonderful years that I've never seen so many different directions you guys have had to go. It's unbelievable, but you've really done wonderful. But I want to thank you all again, and you guys all have a wonderful summer, and we'll see you about second week of August maybe, huh? But all you guys all have a good evening. All right, meeting's adjourned.